Hello, I am Leart.
And I am Can. Today we are gonna talk about musical instruments in ancient Rome.
Before starting, we want to give you a brief information about the music in ancient Rome.
In early period, music was not important to Rome, but as more people came in the demand for it, it grew. It became a part of Roman culture. Romans have not been creative and original in music. It may be said that Greeks were their muse.
Under the influence of ancient Greek theory, music was thought to reflect the orderliness of the cosmos and was associated particularly with mathematics. Roman music was mostly monophonic, and they were performing melodies which based on the elaborate system of scales. Romans used music in different areas. For example, they use it in their funerals, weddings, public spectacles, religious ceremonies, and also battles.
When it comes to instruments, it can be categorized into three big groups. They are wind instruments, string instruments, and percussions.
A wind instrument is a musical instrument that contains some type of resonator, in which a column of air is set into vibration by the player blowing into a mouthpiece set at the end of the resonator. Sound is produced by blowing through a reed, others require buzzing into a metal mouthpiece.
The Roman tuba was a long, straight bronze trumpet with a detachable conical mouthpiece like modern French horn. Since there were no walls, the tuba was capable only of a single overtone series that would be probably sound familiar to modern ear. In the military, it was used for bugle calls.
The cornu was a long, tubular metal wind instrument that curved around the musician's body, shaped rather like an uppercase G. It may be hard to distinguish from the buccina. The cornu was used for military signals and on parade. The cornisan was a military signal officer who translated orders into calls.
The tibia used had two double reed pipes, not joined but generally played with a mud band capistum. Modern chains indicate that they produced a low clarinet-like sound.
Askoles, probably the Greek word for bagpiper, although there is no documentary authority for its use. We don't have much information about this instrument. The second group, string instruments or stringed instruments or chordophones, are musical instruments that produce sound from vibrating strings. In most string instruments, the vibration is transmitted to the body of the instrument, which also vibrates along with the air inside it. The lyre is a string instrument known for its use in Greek classical antiquity and later periods. The lyre is similar in appearance to a small harp, but with distinct differences.
The guitarra was a premier musical instrument of ancient Rome and was played both in popular and elevated forms of music. Larger and heavier than a lyre, the guitarra was a loud, sweet, and piercing instrument with a precision tuning ability. It was said some players could make it cry.
The lute was known by several names among the Greeks and Romans. In construction, the lute differs from the lyre in having fewer strings stretched over a solid neck or fretboard.
Percussion instruments is a musical instrument that is sounded by being struck or scraped by a beater. The percussion family is believed to include the oldest musical instrument following the human voice.
The sistrum was a rattle consisting of rings strung across the crossbars of a metal frame, which was often used for ritual purposes.
Cymbala were small cymbals, metal discs with a concave centers and turned rims used in pairs which were clashed together.
Tympanum, a small drum carried in the hand. Of these, some resemble in all respects a modern tambourine with bells. Others present a flat circular disc on the upper surface and swell for beneath like a kettle drum. Hydraulic pipe organ, which worked by water pressure, was one of the most significant technical and musical achievements of antiquity. Essentially, the air to the pipes that produce the sound comes from a mechanism of a wine chest connected by a pipe to a dome. Air is pumped into compressed water and the water rises in the dome.
Created using Powtoon.